All right, so we have a reconstitution of, this is going to be of tirzepatide. It's gonna basically be for any peptide, okay? First thing you're gonna do, okay, is make sure you have all your supplies. You're gonna need bacteriostatic water, okay? Right here, all right? Next, you're going to need your peptide, right here. All right, so this was called like an ugly batch, but you kind of actually see like there's a ball, but we'll see how good this reconstitutes, all right? This is 30 milligram tirzepatide. Then you're going to have your needle, okay? This is a 3 milliliter dark blue, it's probably backwards, but dark blue, which is a 23 gauge needle, okay? This is probably about an inch and a half long, but the length really doesn't matter in this case. Alcohol pads, all right? You'll need these, never could have enough of these. I always like to write a little notepad, just kind of write down what I'm doing, because after, what I'm gonna do is actually make a label, okay? So I'll make a label on it. What the labels will kind of look like is, you know, kind of like this. All right, so it kind of shows, you know, what I reconned at, you know, dosage, all that stuff, just so I have an idea. And so I know, you know, what's in there, you know, the approximate dosage for the units and all that sort of stuff. So, all right, so after you get all that, you're gonna want to make sure you have your COA, okay? Your COA is going to actually tell you from the lab what's in here, okay? This might say a 30 milligram vial, but it might not be, okay? So it might actually have 35. In this case, it does have, it's like pretty much right at like 31. So I'm gonna kind of just do easy math and keep it at 30 milligram, okay? Then you're gonna actually go and use the calculator, okay? The calculator is going to basically tell you how much backwater to put in there to get the proper dose that you're looking for, okay? I try to stick with easy numbers, 30 milligrams, 1.2 backwater. If you do that, that's gonna basically give you 30 units, it's gonna be like 7.5, all right? If you take 20 units, that's going to be 5 milligrams. If you do 15 units, you know, you're gonna basically be right at half of that, you know, which is what, 3.85, some people split dose. If you do 10 units, that's 2.5 milligrams, okay? So try to keep it as easy as possible, okay? So just kind of do it that way. And from there, what you're gonna wanna do is take your cap off, all your stuff. All right, cap, popping tops. All right, so we got our caps off, our vials. What I'm gonna do is take some, and yes, I've sanitized my hands, I cleaned them. Yes, if you were in a lab, you probably wear gloves and stuff. I think I'm pretty careful. You're gonna clean off your hubs. Okay, clean off all your tops. Okay, get them nice and clean, nice and shiny. Nice and shiny. All right, so you want it to be nice and shiny and clean and all sterile. Okay, this is a sterile needle. Shouldn't need to do anything with that. To basically reverse the suction in here, there's gonna be a vacuum. Always basically pull it back to past what you're gonna be looking at doing. I'm doing 2.5, okay, milliliters, which is like right there. I'm sorry, 1.2. So I'm gonna be looking at like right there. So I'm gonna kind of go back to here or so. Put this into the middle, put my air in, down, let's pull it on back. Actually, go there now. There's a little too much vacuum in there. So, all right, then you gotta do it slow. All right, so I'm gonna go 1.2. 0.2, pull this out. Now what you're gonna wanna do is actually hold this with 2 fingers. Okay, it's very important why you wanna do this. You wanna actually hold it because this has a vacuum in it as well. When you put this needle into this vial, it's gonna wanna pull hard. Okay, and if you just let it rip, you just let it go in there, it'll actually damage the peptide, okay? What you wanna do is actually put this in at an angle, all right? So what I like to do is just kind of put it in there, put it at an angle, and just let it slowly go in there. I'm actually just kind of releasing my fingers. Time. Shh, enough. This isn't a race. Not a race, just let it do its thing. You just don't want to shoot straight into the peptide because that could damage it a little bit. All right, when you pull this out, so what you got is that. All right, and put it in your palms and hold it. Give it some love. Just go nice and slow. You don't want to shake it. You don't want to get crazy with it. Just do it nice and easy. Nice and, do it for like 30 seconds or so. Check it. See what you got. It's getting there. Sometimes it takes just a little bit. I'm going to actually let it sit here for a few seconds, and then we'll come back. All right, so it's been about 2 minutes. I just didn't want to put like hold music on and have you guys sit there forever. So I'm just going to kind of just rub it just once more. There was kind of like that little ball of lyophilized powder in there. Sometimes, you just have to soak it a little bit. But let's see what she looks like now. Looking good. Little micro bubbles, but they'll go away. But I mean, that is about as good as you can get, folks. So now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this, use my label maker, make the labels, slap it on, and research is ready to go. So to keep in mind, this was 30 milligrams. So this is 30 milligrams of medication. Doesn't matter if I put backwater all the way up to the top here. Doesn't matter. Unless, you got to make sure you have it in the calculations, but that's still 30 milligrams. Doesn't matter. Doesn't change how many milligrams are in this complete vial, but you need to know the calculation for dosing before you put the water in. All right. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. Thank you all.